Okay, welcome to the Man Cage in sunny Burmarsh, and let's see what's been going on in the MG world. Over here we have the green one, which many of you will know and love. This has had a bit of prep for an MOT earlier this month, but sadly the MOT was cancelled with the lockdown. But hey ho! But the main event is Dave. Some of you would have seen pictures of Dave over the last few months. I've been working on it, but for those that haven't, a bit of background. Dave was bought as a failed restoration project 2.5 years ago. Shipped down from Scotland, lovingly named Dave by my wife, as it arrived in various boxes of bits and pieces. Hopefully you'll work out the connection. For those that haven't seen it before, it started off as a failed restoration. Johnny Mack came and gave me a lot of help about 18 months ago with some welding. So it came with new floor pans and new doors and new sills and new half wings, but some of that welding was a bit iffy before Johnny waved his magic wand and sorted that for us. So over the last month, I've had the benefit of my son Charlie, who those of you who've known me for a long time may remember. Charlie used to come along to MG events when he was about 10 years old, and he's now knocking on towards 26 in a few days' time. And he's returned from London to mum and dad's to escape the pandemic, which we're very happy about. So Charlie was able to give me a hand doing this. Windscreen went in a couple of weekends ago. Took us a couple of hours between us to get that in, and frankly was easier to put in than I thought it was going to be. We've done some work on the interior in the last month, so the interior is nearly there. So if you see the passenger door, that's all been finalised and put together. Trim panels are in. If you can just focus on here, Charlie, on the top of the dashboard, we've done the we've done the trim rail on the dashboard. And you can see down here that the dashboard itself is in the process, will very shortly be going on, hopefully later today. And over here we have the console, which I very nervously cut out the holes for the radio blanking plate and the cigar lighter. So that's all looking hunky-dory and very nice. So over the next day or two we hope to get the dashboard finalised and in. Had a bit of fun and games this week. We fired it up for the first time, the electrics. Most things worked first time, but my windscreen wipers were going very, very slow. Foolishly, when I rebuilt the motor, I didn't think to strip out the grease. So having taken it all apart again last night and removed the grease and removed the old dry grease, put some nice new stuff in, now working perfectly, which is great. So let's just throw a light under the bonnet for you. In here, over the course of the last month, pedal box has gone in. Just before it went in, I had previously rebuilt the clutch master. I rebuilt that with a bit of old-fashioned brake fluid, having now decided that we'd go with the new synthetic stuff. I've rebuilt it again, just to make sure there's no remnants of the old fluid in there. So that's all done, and really quite pleased with the way the pipe work came out. It took me a few hours to get that bent to a reasonable sort of shape. And you can see we've got a makeshift battery here which we used to fire it up with, and that all worked well. The only fun and games we had on the electrics was one indicator wasn't working where I hadn't put the bulb in properly, and the horn doesn't work as well as it might, because we're not getting an earth through the steering column at the moment. But having put a good earth down here, it works beautifully. So I'm hoping that when we get this sorted, that will work properly. So over the next month, the plan is, and Charlie doesn't know this yet, but he's going to help me with this, to strip out the front subframe, steering, and get that all rebuilt. Subject, of course, to being able to get the parts, which is getting increasingly difficult at the moment with places going in lockdown. But that will take us, I'm hoping, about 4 weeks to get that out, to get that completely cleaned up and repainted, and There's a lot of new components that need to go on. We know from the MOT failure when it came off the road in 2006 that one kingpin needs to be changed, or at least one. One shocker's gone, one wheel bearing's gone. So that's all got to be done, and we've got nice new set of brakes ready to go on as well. So that will keep us out of mischief. So there you are, that's an update as to what's been going on in the Burr Marsh Man Cave over the last month. Hopefully another update in a month's time. See you soon.